All right, so across the top here, this is what we have. These three are all chained together. We've got the Mobius, the El Cap, the H9, and the Golden. And, I've been kind of going back and forth. Do I want to keep the Golden? I don't know. I think it's cool. I messed a lot with it today, actually, at a music store, because I went to go check it against some other pedals. And the more I messed with it, the better I got with it. It's a little... It's got a bigness to it. To me, I've got to cut those lows. But I think for now, we're going to keep it. I've got another H9. So I do love having just the four. Like, again, remember, we've got a very simple setup. It's clean. It's immaculate. We're going to try testing these four going through the effects loop. The guitar is being plugged straight in. So none of this is even on. We're just going to listen to what that sounds like recorded through the effects loop, not playing, just to hear noise. Then we're going to do some finagling, and we're going to crick, and we're going to bring in this one. So we're going to add a fifth pedal. And if it sounds clean, basically the same, I think I'm going to do it, man. So here we go. It's coming together, man. Look at this. Woo, doggy. Okay, so this is what we're going to try. So what we're going to do now is this is the matchless. That's with these in the loop. The Strymon, the Eventide, and the Golden. And we're seeing if we can add that other H9 back in there. And then that's it. Leave it at that. But it's going to entail adding a fifth one. And I want to see how this sounds. So what we're doing right now is recording the noise without me playing. This is all in the loop. This is channel 2 of the Matchless C30. I love this amp. Oh my God, I love this. And my WCR Paul. So here we go. Take 2. Here we go. So now, it's like no, man, you have no idea how far I've come this week of cleaning this rig. Yeah, I mean, this is it. I'm going to crank this. You're not going to hear anything. Let's see, let's go get out of this. Yeah. That's like the sound of the amp. That's it. So, that top row of, four time pedals that's it. It's perfect. There's no ground loops. There's no schmutz. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into that rig. I'm going to put in this other H9, and it's going to be I want to also use the 12 volt from the adapter from the Voodoo Lab. So I'm going to plug that in. Then I'll run a 9 volt adapter for the Golden and patch it. I'm going to cut down, and then we're going to come back with 5 pedals. Okay? Who's excited? Okay. So I am back. Now I've got the second H9 plugged into the Voodoo Labs 4x4 at 12 volts, 400 milliamps. And I've got a 9 volt one spot going to the Golden. So I've got 5 pedals on here now. Mobius, El Cap, 2 H9s, and a Golden. And let's turn this on and let's see if this is the same. Okay, so there's full volume, just exactly what I had. And now we're going to record silence. Okay, now the question. We'll open this up, see if we see a difference. We don't appear to see a difference. So I want to crank this in here. So here is 4 pedals in the effects loop of the Matchless. Dead silent. And now here is 5 pedals. No, it doesn't seem to be any different. 5 pedals. 4 pedals. 4 pedals almost sounds louder. That's so weird. How is that possible? 5 pedals? It's the same. All right. So now I'm going to configure this, and I'll play a little bit for you for a second of a few things. You can hear it, and then that's it. I am going to put this together and start in production of a bunch of new pop songs. And I'm just going to go with this. I think we're good to go. All right. There's that chorus on the Mobius. Rotary. That's sweet. The vibe is all in the Mobius. I used to know how to play Bridge of Sighs when I was a kid. Okay, phaser. And the trem. And yeah, so here's El Cap. That's such a great delay. Now we'll go to the first. Well, here's a little Earth. I think this is a. Oh, they're backwards. So I'll have to reverse them now if I'm going to use them both. And this is a Hall. Here's micro pitch shift. Here's the H3000. That's nice. Let's see here. Here's the other H3000. Make sure everybody's working. Here's a vintage delay. Just go James Bucket delay. I like that. That's that. I set them on a little preset, kind of memory man-ish. It's in the vintage delay. So this is the H9. Maybe a little over-filtered, but fun. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden. Plate. Plate 2. And 224. I think this is 3. I love that. Modulation on it. It's like the wobble of a tape or something. And that's it. So we're going to do 5. And it's immaculate. And that's it. I'm selling my the Boss pedal switcher, which is great. That thing is awesome, but it was just too much. I still have the amp selector up here, the radio that I'm using to split between 2 amps because it's got ground lifts and everything. And I'm going to sell some pedals and just be done with it and go with this. I'm getting the hang of the Golden. I think it's cool. I think that I just need to dig deeper a little bit on it. So there it is. So we're going to do the 5, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right, so this is the like little follow-up at the end. I wired it all in. Oh my God. So I'm working on it, and then I'm like, wait a second. Everything's backwards. I'm going from right to left. This isn't right. I start pulling everything off. Then I start putting everything back, and I realize, oh no, wait, it is right to left. I was like freaking, like I've been dealing with this nonstop for a week, and it reminded me of, so back in the 80s, in my day, children, I changed my name to Jason because that was going to be my rock star name, and I didn't want anything to do with James, and it turned into Jimmy and Jimbo, and my Yiddish family called me Jimjik. So I was like, I don't want to have any part of that name anymore. So I went Jason. And my manager, this was when I was in LA, my manager printed out like 500 pictures of me. I was going on tour and stuff. And it was just it was a part of the band, but it was just me. So it was my picture, and it said something. And what I had to write on there was, thanks for everything, Jason. So I start signing these things. There's like 500 of them. And I'm like so deep into this. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, have I been spelling my name wrong? Because my name started to look to me like Jason. Like Jason. And I'm like, Jason? I'm like, oh my God, I'm spelling this whole thing wrong. I thought it was just like my mind was like playing tricks on me because I was doing the same thing over and over again. Kind of like this pedal board. Anyway, don't ask, man. But it's beautiful now. Mobius, cap, 2 Eventides, the gold, and, overdrives. Anyway, oh my God. So here's my test. After I got this thing all set up and wired in and completely redid it from... Oh my God. Here is the noise with the time-based effects in... Oh my God. I tell you guys everything, man. I'm telling you. Here's the noise of the time-based effects in the loop with the guitar on. With the matchless, I'm holding the strings, but this is the guitar live. So here's the noise with the guitar plugged straight into the match. Nothing. I got that thing cranked in here. Then I thought, let me try plugging in. So this is the same configuration here, except instead of plugging straight into the matchless, I'm plugging into the EQ, and it's going through all of the overdrive pedals and then into the matchless. Nothing's on, but they're all in. And here's the noise. It's perfect. Here's the noise with no pedals in, no front pedals. With the overdrives in. So, and then here's the guitar sound. So here's the guitar straight in to the matchless with the time bass in the loop. And now this is with all the overdrive pedals and the EQ in first. Nothing on. Without the overdrives. It's like a little softer, and I'm wondering if the pedals are buffering. I don't know, but it's like that's like I go like this with a tone knob, and it's going to sound the same. So here's without the pedals. And with the pedals. It's a little more top end and a little less booty, but I mean like that much. So that's fine. So that means like if I want to plug in, but this is the beautiful setup. I can just start going straight into the pedal, straight into the board. I mean straight into the amp. I mean I'm even using a snark. Like I don't even want to go. Like I'm going purist on this. So I'm really stoked. And I'm going to end this video with a funny story. So this morning I went to Eastside Music Supply. Anybody knows Nashville, they know that that's a cool spot. It's a little like indie music store down the street from my house in East Nashville. And I went in there checking out all these EQs. And all of a sudden this dude walks in and I'm like, I know that guy. It's Kenny Greenberg, one of the top Nashville session guitar players. And he's like buying a pedal or something, right? So I'm talking to the guy. The guy's ringing Kenny out. And then I'm like, when he kind of finished Kenny, I'm like, hey, your name's Kenny, isn't it? He's like, yeah. I said, oh, yeah, thanks to you, man. I bought a matchless. He's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, I'm James Lugo. He's like, oh, yeah, because we had talked last year when I was going through the whole... his video of his rig rundown changed my life. Like, listening to his guitar rig and watching his rig rundown... I don't know, just put in Kenny Greenberg rig rundown and it'll pop up. It's about 50 minutes long. I don't know if it's with Guitar Player or whatever, but it's something like that. And he was all about the matchless thing. And he was also about the Category 5. And then I bought the Category 5, but it ended up being... It wasn't right for me. It was the Brad Paisley version. It was too happy for me. You know, it didn't really hit my soul right. And then I finally I was able to sell it to somebody that wanted everything, the 212 open back cabinet and the amp. And it was a girl, which I think and I don't know for sure, but I think this Category 5 thing is happening a lot, maybe more with girls, because who plays Category 5? A very cool person named Samantha Fish. So maybe she was inspired by Samantha Fish because she really wanted it, and when she got it, she loved it. And then she said, it's like, have you ever get any more of that gear? I said, well, I actually have the matching cabinet. She's like, I want it. I'm like, all right. I mean, I was shipping it to California. So anyway, I don't know. The whole thing was just funny. Anyway, I totally thought I had the pedal board backwards, but I didn't. Anyway, peace out.